Oh, it's a snow day. You want to play in the snow? Not a chance, huh? The neighbors built a snowman. We just finished our workout and I was gonna show you these little blender bottles that we've been using. So they're actually metal on the inside. There's no plastic on them except for like a little bit on the lid. So they're stainless steel and we've been loving them. So if I can find the link to them on Amazon, I'll put them down in the description box. But it's just a good way to remove some of the plastic if you're drinking a protein shake every single day, like we do. The snow is still so pretty, but it's starting to melt. We have some really big news. We are pregnant with our first baby. We are so excited to be parents, joining the Parents Club. I am 19 weeks as of right now. Today is January the 10th. And so we are gonna have a June baby as of right now. That's my due date, is in June. And so we have just been so excited. I'm not rushing pregnancy, but I can't wait to meet this baby. We are gonna wait to find out what the gender is of our baby until they are born, which has been harder for me than I ever thought it was gonna be. Before we got pregnant, we're like, yeah, we'll wait. It's gonna be such a fun surprise. But as soon as our OBGYN told us that they knew the gender, I was like, tell me now. But we're staying strong. Logan's really excited about waiting to find out the gender, so that is helping me get through the hard part of that. So we have just been, again, over the moon about it. During my first trimester, I was able to still work out and everything. I didn't get any sort of morning sickness. So before work, I could still get up and work out and eat normally during the day, but I would get home from work and get so nauseous and almost like motion sick. So eating dinner and all of our normal food that we always eat became like impossible for me. I ate a lot of egg sandwiches and Goodle's mac and cheese and really just craved Chick-fil-A, which is so funny because we don't ever eat Chick-fil-A, but the chicken strips were just so good. That's all I wanted. So anyway, now I'm in the second trimester and I'm in like such a sweet spot. I have a little bit of a bump and I feel really good and I have my energy back and I can eat pretty much everything I was eating before I got pregnant, except for broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Like, ugh, that just sounds so bad to me. I have been doing this program on the Ladder app. Lauren, I can't remember her name, but I'll try to put her Instagram handle in here. It's Coach Lauren to me. And she has always been somebody on like Instagram that I've like really enjoyed following because she trains the same way that I do with kettlebells. And so I realized that she had a training program and she was also pregnant. And so she had still been doing her program all the way through her pregnancy. The thing is, on the Ladder app now, she's a part of a prenatal team. So they created a prenatal workout program too. So I'm doing her program. It's the Body and Bell program on the Ladder app right now. And I feel really good on it because again, it was all stuff I was doing prior to getting pregnant. So just maintaining my strength and keeping the core work up. I really like all the core work that they give you. It's stuff that I probably wouldn't make myself do. So I just really want to be fit and strong through this pregnancy so that labor is not as I'm making cookies right now. That labor is not as difficult and I'm more conditioned for that, but also my postpartum recovery is in the best place that it can be. So I'm still running, not as much as I'm weightlifting. So I'm weightlifting about 3 to 5 days a week and then running anywhere from 2 to 3 days a week. Logan is actually training for his first 50K. He's gonna do a 50K in March. He is using Marcus Billy's, I think it's his like limited equipment workout program, but I'll clarify and make sure that's what he's actually doing. He and I both work in PT, and he's got a pretty extensive background in like CrossFit coaching and programming. So he kind of picks out the heavy legs of the workouts and just does more upper body focus when it comes to strength training. And then he's running quite a bit. So he's doing anywhere from 4 to 5 training runs a week, with one of those being a long run. So he kind of preserves his legs for all that running. And I'm so excited for him. He is stoked about it, but you know, training takes a long time and it takes a lot of effort to do. So he is just trying to maintain his strength. And I think he's looking forward to being done with the training of a 50K and just getting back to you know, lifting a bunch of heavy weights. So, but I'm so proud of him for putting in the effort to do this. And I've been trying to go at least run at the same time as him. I definitely don't go as far as he does. I'm only running about anywhere from 3 to 5 miles is about the longest I can do right now, which is fine with me. I'm starting to get a little bit more uncomfortable with it, but I know if I keep it up, like I'll be able to do it. It's when you stop that you have a harder time. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to update y'all on where we're at in life. It was kind of a whirlwind for the first trimester. I didn't do any sort of filming or anything like that because I felt so terrible most of the time. I'm about to make us some cookies and we're gonna have a very chill snow day afternoon and I'm very excited about it. Carbs.
25 carbs in each. I don't know the sodium. And then this is about 25. So it's about 125 carbs total. Oh, excuse me, 75 total.
For 8 miles.
For 8 miles. I've been doing 100 or more the past few weeks, but they've been a lot longer, you know, a lot longer.
Double-digit runs.
Double-digit runs, yep. I'm just kind of eyeballing it this week. Mainly because my free subscription to that Saturday app ran up. I don't want to pay. I mean, I'm going to pay. I'll gladly give them some money because it's been very helpful. And it's only like, if you do month to month, it's like $5 or $6 a month.
Is it just nutrition? Like it just tells you?
Tells you how much fluid, so water, you need, how many carbs you need, and how much sodium you need.
Per distance or per time?
It goes off time, so I'm always kind of guesstimating. You make the workout, if you make the workout in your watch or on your phone, it tells you like roughly how long it'll take. Off that, and then put it in the app, the Saturday app. and it'll tell you how much you need. Just like one last thing I got to think about. So I like it. Always carry some Sour Patch Kids. It's for morale.
Need some red.
I should really get a Sour Patch Kid tattoo if we're talking meaningful tattoos. They've always been there for me. These long runs.
Good morning, really good afternoon. I just finished my workout. I did the Saturday workout for Body and Bill on the Ladder app with Lauren, Coach Lauren, and it's always really fun. On Saturdays we do sprints. So today we did like some high skill complexes with jerks, and then we did some sprints. So I chose a sprint outside, and then did some core work and some Turkish get-ups. So that was really fun. Logan is on his long run today. It's a deload week for him though, so he's only doing 8 miles today. So he'll be back here in just a minute. We have a very chill day planned. So today is now Saturday, which yesterday definitely felt like Saturday. So I'm really glad we don't have to meal prep today. We have to go to the store and get some stuff for next week for meal prep. And then we will probably just chill and hang out and just see what the weather's doing. It's still kind of snowy out, but it's definitely melting. So I think we'll be all good. So pregnancy has been a little wild, and I want to talk about it for a little bit, mostly just so I can look back on this and just remember how it was, and at the same time I'm going to get ready. So just want to kind of freshen up a little bit, even though we're probably not going to do much today. Scented moisturizer from Dermatology. Yeah, so I'm in my second trimester, like I already mentioned, but first trimester, whoa, it was rough. And I think I kind of touched on that yesterday. But like, I just didn't realize how, like, every second of the day, you're kind of aware that you're pregnant, obviously, but it just becomes like your whole personality. So, yesterday while I was in the bath, I made a 2025 vision board, because when I think about this year, I think about being pregnant and I think about having giving birth to a baby. But after that, it's just kind of like the great unknown. And what I really don't want to do is completely lose who I am through motherhood, which obviously my life is now very much devoted to my child, but I still have a life to live. So I made a vision board about some of the things that I want to focus on top of just motherhood. So staying really in touch with my friends and family, which I've done a lot better with this past year. I'm just using a little bit of the Hoola bronzer. These are like all just things that everybody knows. But the Benefit Hoola bronzer, just gonna go in with that. But so staying in touch with my friends and family a lot more, calling, texting. My best friend Trisha and I do this thing called Waffle Wednesday. We got the idea off of an Instagram reel, but basically every week on Wednesday or sometimes Thursday, we send each other a short video updating each other on the week in our life, because she has an almost 2-year-old now, and we both work and life gets in the way, and she doesn't live here, so it's just a good way for us to stay in touch without feeling like we have to call each other every single week, because we've been historically pretty bad about calling each other. So I love doing that with her. And then my other best friend, Kate, we try to have a phone call every Friday. I talked to her yesterday because now I'm off work. Or now I work on Fridays, so it's a little bit harder. But when I was off on Fridays, we would talk every Friday. But now it's either Friday or just on the weekend. And she's pregnant right now. She's due in March. So we are going through all the things, but she's kind of like leading the train. And I talk to my mom and my sister pretty much every day via text. I was going to tell you, this is the Merit Blush in the shade Fox. My coworker let me try this out because the shade was too dark for her. But it actually goes pretty well on my skin tone. And I'm just using an e.l.f. blush brush. But anyway, so just trying to stay in touch with everybody, call people more, because pregnancy's really made me crave my people and being around people who are close to me. So another thing I want to do this year is just stay really connected with Logan. So like really still try to date each other, not just be married or spouses or parents together, but also just still really remember why we're in love. And right now, you know, we're in such like a parent honeymoon phase, I guess, because we don't have any children yet, and we're just so in love with each other more than you could ever imagine when you know that you're having each other's, you know, child. So that's been really sweet and really great, and we want to just make sure we continue to date each other through pregnancy and through this first year of being parents. So I put stuff about that. Also putting just about my vlogging and getting more into this world, because this is really fun and it makes me feel creative, and I really enjoy like the memories to look back on, even if it's just for Logan and I. So stuff like that. And then obviously like postpartum goals of like getting back into, you know, my fitness routine and my health routine. Historically, that's not been a problem for me, but I just really want to make sure I maintain that and keep it in my life. And then another one is just finding a relationship with God. I feel like over the past few years, I've really let that slip and drop off. So just trying to figure out what that looks like for us, and, you know, what church family we want to be a part of, and that whole journey. Logan and I think about it and talk about it often. So that is something I want to focus on this year. Yeah, so it was very therapeutic. I just sat in the bath for about 30 minutes and got on Pinterest and just made a vision board on there. And then I know you can just download all those pictures and put it on Canva and make like a whole actual vision board that you could print off and put, you know, on a binder, or you can make as your phone screen or something like that. So, yeah, less screen time, I think, is everybody's kind of thing, you know, not being on social media as much. I personally would rather pour my energy and my heart into YouTube versus like Instagram. I'm not even on TikTok, thank goodness. I don't have another platform I have to focus on. And I don't have a problem with those platforms. I actually think they're really cool and can be very inspiring. It's just when you're spending more time on there than your real life and your real relationships, that becomes a problem. And especially as we bring a baby into this world, we don't want to be on our phones constantly. So I'm going to use the Honest Brow Gel. It's okay. I like it. I don't even know if they're making this anymore, but I have a whole bunch of it, so I'm just using it up. I struggle with brow gels, but I like them. So if you have any recommendations, please put them in the comments below. I have kind of darker eyebrows, so color for me is kind of hard, matching my color. In the Honest, I just have the brunette shade, but I like it. It's not too like fake looking, you know, like it's just pretty natural. So I may stick with this. I might try something new. So let me know your favorites. I'm pretty minimalistic when it comes to makeup. That's another thing. Like, as I transition into motherhood, I still want to like take pride in my appearance and my self-care and all that jazz. You know, as speaking as somebody that has no kids right now, we'll see how that actually looks. But again, that's what the vision board is for, to remind me like, hey, this is what you wanted. Don't lose yourself in the mess. So hopefully that will transfer over. Just doing a little highlight in the inner corner of my eyes with this Julep Beauty. I'm not really sure. It is like a little highlighter stick I saw Alex Wren using, or whatever her name, Alexis Wren using. And it's pretty great. Eyeshadow 101, cream to powder eyeshadow stick. It's pretty great if you need like a inner corner highlighter or anything like that. But yeah, so I think a vision board is a little cliche, but I'm down for cliche. I like it. And it was very therapeutic, and it kind of made me focus in because, and reading more often this year. And I want to set like a separate goal of like how many books I want to read each month, but I have a book per month minimum that I want to follow right now. But then hopefully a few more if I can before baby gets here. I just pre-ordered the Onyx Storm book, which is the third book in the Fourth Wing Imperium series, if you're familiar with that, which I'm sure a lot of you are. And then I also just got Verity as a Christmas gift because I want to read it before it becomes a movie. I'm behind on that whole genre of reading, but I'm catching up, so I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. I'm not going to put any mascara on because I like this more soft, natural look when I'm just chilling. But you just feel kind of more like put together and cute when you curl the lash. But yeah, pregnancy, now I'm in the sweet spot for sure. I feel good. I have a bump. I struggled a lot more than I thought I would with the weight gain. I remember thinking and hearing people say like, oh, like the weight gain's really hard for me. And I always just thought like, why would that be hard if you know that you're supposed to be gaining weight and you're having a baby? Like, why is that hard for you? But as a person who's stayed pretty much the same weight and the same frame for, the past 10 years, and fitness and health and wellness are very much a huge part of my life, it was hard to see that number start to move up. I would be lying if I said it didn't. Even though I knew it was supposed to happen, I just got really paranoid that I was like eating really badly and like I was hurting the baby and like, afraid I was going to have gestational diabetes and all that stuff. And just the stress of all that was a lot on me. Weirdly, I did not think that was going to be a problem at all. And I don't think your hormones changing all the time helps at all. Oh, yeah, I just used the Tap Secret mattifying. I do carry Tap Secret mattifying dry shampoo. And anything that I use that I can find, I'll link below. But I like using this instead of the aerosol dry shampoos. But yeah, so if you're going through pregnancy and you feel weird about it, it's really hard to talk to people about it because obviously everybody's just like, are you kidding me? Like, you're gonna be fine. Like, you'll bounce right back. And it's, it's good to hear and you love the support, but it's just like going through it yourself was like oddly very difficult. So don't feel weird. I talked to a lot of women who are mothers now, and they said like, all the things with pregnancy, you can be grateful and you can be really happy about it. And I think that was another thing I was really afraid of, was just not feeling like not thinking that, or thinking that people didn't think I was grateful for the experience and I was just complaining about gaining weight. That wasn't what it was, and I don't think anybody ever felt that way, but you know, you just get in your head about stuff. And I'm the kind of person that I just need to talk about those things and let it out, or else it's just going to stay with me and manifest into like other things. So talking about it helped me, and I got through it, and now I just feel really good. And I can honestly say, like, it doesn't bother me anymore. I'm just excited, and I just want to be obviously responsible and healthy. But I think once you get your appetite back, everything gets so much better. And once your hormones kind of level out, you just feel less like lost and depressed and chaotic. So if you're going through that right now, just know that it does get better with time, but it's okay to not feel okay right now. And you can still appreciate the experience and not love every part of pregnancy. So anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of chill, hang out. I might edit for a minute before Logan gets home. Then we'll have lunch and then see where the day takes us. I think there's plenty of ground beef, but I have fish in there too if you don't have enough.
Just a little bit of steak left too if you want it.
Yeah.
I don't want
I did it. Short, long run.
it. Super easy compared to the last few weeks.
Good.
Just took my time too. I stopped and enjoyed the scenery when I was eating, and just a couple of times just slowed down just to enjoy it. Took me like an hour and a half, even with all that. So not a bad place. Yeah, the trails were snowy. A couple of treacherous spots.
So was it slick?
Yes and no. It was more slick from snow melt, not water, muddy, you know. So it wasn't bad though.
Yeah.
Did you?
I sat on the couch the entire time and slept. You smell the fishies? I don't know. Is that fish? You fishies? You can't have it. Good fish! Like, I really like it. We know, Joe. We know you like fish.
Is this just spinning for a minute?
Yeah. Looks like exactly how much I needed. It's your new favorite place to sit. It's right on top of the air vent when the heat comes on. This stuff is so good. And it doesn't have all the weird chemicals that regular sriracha has. Does that feel good? Is it so warm? morning and happy meal prep Sunday. So we are fully in the thick of meal prep right now. It is about 11 o'clock and we've been going for a little while. So Logan just left to go do a training run. He's only got to do 2 miles today because it is a deload week. So I just told him to go ahead and knock it out, and then I was gonna kind of get everything else going. So this is what's on the menu for today. So let me show you. I'm about to work on our breakfast veggies, which is, we do like sauteed onions, peppers, and mushrooms. So I just do all the peppers at once, all the onions at once, and then all the mushrooms at once. And we normally do that with roast in the morning, which is going over there in the crock pot. And then I'm making our omelets for the week. So we do 10 omelets that are already pre-made, and they actually microwave really well. So I just kind of scramble them up and then flip them over, make an omelet out of it. Boom, boom, we're done. So I have one more of those to go. And then I'm working on our first lunch, which is the same as it's been for a long time. We have 4 pounds of ground beef that we'll season in taco seasoning. So I'm about to do that. And then that goes with our boiled cabbage. We just do green cabbage, but you can do purple too, with sweet potatoes. And then for our dinner veggies, I'm only rocking green beans because I can't stand the thought of Brussels sprouts. So I'll be doing green beans. Logan's doing Brussels sprouts, as well as the broccoli and carrots that are in the oven. So that is on the menu today. And then, our second lunch, we do crock pot chicken, which is already done, and I'm just letting it chill for a minute until I have time to get to it. So lots of stuff, but it is almost done, and I've got the sheets going, so fresh bedding. Just love a productive Sunday to get you ready for the week.
Okay. Let's go scoop some cat shit.
Favorite chore. Ever since I got pregnant, Logan now has to scoop the cat litter. So that's what he's doing right now. Show y'all how cute is this little tunnel that we got Jolene for Christmas. She loves it. It's got like another hole on the back side of it, so she can like dodge in and out of there. But it's this like super soft material, and she loves it. Don't you love your tunnel kitten? And what's cool about it is there's another part that zips onto it. She is just trying to get used to it, so we unzipped it, and then the other piece is over here. So you can technically zip the whole thing up and it turns into like a big bed. But what she likes to do is like run around behind this plant, jump in the backside, and then like come out and then zoom into that one. So that's kind of cute. I just sprayed like catnip all over it, and she was like immediately so into it. But it's just so aesthetically pleasing. And she loved her old cat tunnel, but it like definitely broke and busted, so we decided to invest in this like more sturdy one. And yeah, we'll see if we can one day turn it into like a full circle and she'll maybe sleep in it, but just letting her get used to it for now. You love it? So if you have a kidda, would recommend. Also, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on this channel before, but we have this heated cat bed that she's had for years. I mean, it's kind of disgusting now, but normally we'll slide it over there and then just like plug it into the wall. So she will sleep on this when like it's cold in the house, and it is like weight activated. So like when she jumps on it, it gets warm and it's not like too hot on her because it's made for cats. So this is like one of the best purchases we've ever gotten for Jolene. So I'll link these two items if you have a cat and you're looking for some good items for them. These two things are awesome. So I'll link those below. Also, we're still loving our sunset lamps. These things are so awesome. So we've got one in here, and we have one in our dining room and one in our kitchen, and it gives us like the perfect amount of light. And we love them, so we don't have to use like the overhead lights. And then we also have our sunlight alarm and one in here in our bedroom. So this wakes us up with light in the morning, and then like a nice little chirpy bird sound, and we keep our phones in a different room. And then this is just nice too. So our whole house is kind of like set to sunset mode. So I'll link those in the description box as well. It's just a really cool vibe for the house, and they're like $13 per lamp. So really awesome. And we've had them for a long time and they've still held up really well. It's Sunday evening now, and I'm about to shower and then just put my laundry away. And I think dinner's just gonna be something pretty simple because we're both just not really feeling anything in particular and we're just kind of full. So I hope you enjoyed this little snow day weekend with us, and we will see y'all in our next one. Bye.